What's going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another Madden 21 Ultimate Team video. Team of the Year is live, and earlier today we dropped a video going over everything that you need to know, what you need to do first. But in this video, we're going to be talking about the market, the cheapest ways to get Team of the Year sets done. Basically just what's the move with everything coin related, set related, training related, because there's a lot going on. There's a lot of good cards out there. So, really quick, right? We touched on this in the first video, and that is that there are solos out there that earn you a free Team of the Year player. And if you want more information on that, go check out my last video. Later today, once I get these solos finished up, I think they're probably going to take somewhere between maybe 2.5 to 3 hours to get all 100 stars. We will be dropping a video where we open up our free pack from solos. We got a free pack from the Team of the Week solos. And I think I have another one on my No Money Spent account. So we may open up 3 basically fantasy packs for Team of the Year in a video upcoming later today. But the purpose that I'm bringing this up here is because the Team of the Week pack, or the pack that you get to open from doing your Team of the Week solos throughout the year, those give you a non-nat card, meaning that you can sell it. And with that card, it usually makes the auction house for Team of the Year cards really cheap to start off with. So if there's any of these cards that you guys were looking, to buy or to add to your team, right now is the time to buy them. Because they're going to be cheap at their cheapest early on. I think once people start to sell their items from that free pack and that starts to die down and the week goes on, you're going to start to see these cards go up in price. So again, I just want to repeat this. I talked about it in the video earlier today. Market-wise, if you're looking to add any of these cards, any of these items onto your squad, today is the day to be buying them, to upgrading them, because I think they're only going to get more expensive as the promo goes on. Now, with this promo, another thing happened, and this is why I say it all the time, and why I hope none of you do this. Don't sell your team before a big promo, because you never know how the market's going to react. And the market has actually gone up because of the Team of the Year promo, which I personally didn't see coming, but because there's a special pack in stores right now, it's caused training to go up. And as you know by now, anytime training goes up in price, that means the market in general is up in price. So there is a fantasy pack that costs 46,000 training. This card lets you pick, and it's unlimited. You can buy it as many times as you can afford it. It lets you pick any Team of the Year card you want, any 96 overall card that you want. There's also a random offense, defense, and specialist Team of the Year pack, which is a little bit cheaper, 39,000 training. I don't think it's a fantasy pack. It just gives you one random card. All of these packs are non-nat, of course, but if you want to test your luck and spend a little bit less training, you can go after this one. I wouldn't recommend it unless there's a wide, if you want a bunch of the offensive cards, the chances that you might get one of those is probably going to be a little higher. But if there's a specific card, you're going to want to spend that extra 7,000 training. So because of this pack, or I should say these packs, the training market has gone up. We updated this over the weekend on Saturday, and good reasonable training was about 6.5 coins per training point, definitely under 7. And as you can see with this update, the cheapest we're able to find right now is 91s at 53k for 7.46 coins per training point. So this pack right here that we've talked about, that we're showing you, has caused the market to go up. And again, if you sold your whole team before this promo thinking you were going to buy it back for cheaper, I mean, you're SOL now. Look at it. Everything's gone up. So back to training. If you're looking to buy training for these packs specifically, the best rates right now, 89 overalls at 28k. That's 7.78 coins per training point. We talked about the 91s at about 53, and that's 7.46 coins per training point. And then 95s at about 197k. You can find them in the 193, 194, 195 range as well, which will make it a little bit cheaper, and that's at 7.73 coins per training point. Now, the link to this spreadsheet, of course, will be down below in the description of this video, and I really encourage you guys to go to File and make a copy. It allows you to change the name of this spreadsheet, and then you get to go in and edit it yourself. So if you find a certain, overall for a cheaper amount, all you got to do is type it into that average cost section, and it will calculate the value for you. Right now, I would say try to get under maybe 7.7 coins per training point. Again, 91s being the best rate possible right now. So how does training relate to this pack and the cost of it and just the overall cost of getting a Team of the Week card. So there's a lot of numbers I'm going to go over here. You guys know I do this a lot, but I think it will help you and show that these packs, or I should really say this pack, the fantasy pack, is really the best move. So we are going to assume, again, spreadsheet cheapest rate was what, 7.46. We're going to round up a little bit and say 7.5 coins per training point is the going rate, okay? So if you take this fantasy pack, that's 46,000 training, you multiply that by 7.5, that's 7.5 coins per training point. That means this pack roughly in MUT coin value is about 345k. So that's not too expensive. Even with prices going up, I'm telling you, for 345k, you can get any Team of the Week card that you want that's a 96 overall. Team of the Year, I'm sorry. Now with this pack, again, you're taking a risk, but these are 39,000 training at 7.5 coins per training point, about 292.5k. So to take a random shot at a card you want, 292,000 coins, not worth it in my opinion. I would spend the extra, what, 50, a little over 50k to get a guaranteed card, get the card that you want, get the card that you might already have a power up on, right? So these packs are obviously one way to get Team of the Year cards, and the primary way is through these sets, but I'm going to tell you why these sets aren't really worth it. In most cases, the examples that I'm using, you're kind of starting from scratch, and I'm not assuming that some of you might have some of these items in your binder already, but let's just play hypothetical here, or play hypothetically here, whatever I'm trying to say, you get it, right? So for any of these sets, you need 392 to 95s. Let's just say we need 392s. Let's go for the bottom overall card in all of these sets. So we need 392s, we need 588s, and we need 584s. Now, not only do we need all of those cards to get this set done, but we also need them at a specific position for every single set. So for Bosa, we need left ends only. For Jamal Adams, we need strong safeties only. So that really limits the flexibility of the cards that we can use and put into these sets, which makes it a little more challenging. So if I take 592s, right, we're going to multiply that by 3, and per that spreadsheet that we looked at earlier, 92s are about 90k. We need 588s. According to the spreadsheet earlier, 88s are about 23k each. We need 5 of them. And then we need 584s. 84s are right now about 6k each. We need 5. So if we take 3 92 overalls at 90k, that's 270k right there. Then we take 588s at 23k each. There's another 115,000 coins. And then 584s at 6k each, there's another 30k. If we add up the 270, the 115, and the 30k, that's basically buying every card you need at the lowest overall, so 92, 88, 84. That runs you about 415k. And again, that's assuming you can find all of these cards, all 13 of those cards, at the lowest value at a specific position of a card that you want. It's still more expensive at 415k than buying training, even though training is up right now, and spending 46,000 or spending coins to buy 46,000 worth of training, again at 7.5 coins per training point. That equals 345k. So doing this set is not really the move. Now, if you have an abundance of the cards that you need for the set and you only need to buy a few to save time, if you want to do that, that's perfectly fine. But the other thing that I would just throw out there, guys, is that the market's up right now and people are buying the cards for these sets. It might not be a bad idea just to sell the cards that you have and then go buy the card outright. Now, if it's one of the more popular players, you might not be able to get away with that. But if it's one of the lower, least desired cards, or the guys that are in those low 300 range right now in the auction house, I would do that. If you have, 10 of these 13 cards, maybe you're going to want to complete the set. If you're like halfway there, you're stuck, do I want to do the set? I wouldn't be doing the set. I'd be selling the half amount of the cards that you have, put them on the auction house. People are going to buy them. The market's up. Get those coins and then just go buy the card outright, because it's more than likely going to save you money and save you coin in the long run. And then another thing just to throw out here, right, is say you have all the cards. I think that scenario is not very likely, but, assuming you do, I did some math there as well, and say I have 392s, 588s, and 584s. Well, I said, let's just quick sell all of those hypothetically, and what does that equal? So if you quick sold 392s, 588s, and 584 overalls, that would amount to 45,700 training. And of course, to do that fantasy pack that we talked about earlier today, that pack was 46,000 training. So if you quick sold everything you needed, assuming you had the lowest overalls for this complete set, you'd basically save 300 training. So, you know, it's probably not worth it there to quick sell all of that and then buy the pack, because you're going to get the player you want. But I don't think a ton of you, right, have every single card that you need. If you do, awesome. You probably have already done the set and you don't need to watch this part of the video. But I think at the end of the day, everything that I'm saying, I knew I throw a lot of numbers out there, right? I would say the best move right now is to basically get training, do the fantasy pack for training, and pick the card that you want. Now remember, there's some pretty solid store options out there right now, packs that basically are throwing elites all over the place, and I opened up a couple of these, and they weren't half bad. I pulled a 95, a couple 93s, so these packs aren't that bad, but a lot of people could be selling the cards. So today is also not a bad day to just try to generally snipe. There's no special filters you need or anything. I would just be sorting through each overall and then going by position, but there's probably a good chance you might be able to snipe or find, you know, some of the cards for a lot cheaper than what other people are paying for them. So you're gonna have to have a little more patience if you do that, but that is a route that you can take. Now for me personally, there's probably 4 to 5 of these Team of the Year cards that I want, and I was kind of at a dilemma, like, you know, do I do these sets? Because I do have a lot of higher overalls in my binder, but at the end of the day, you know, if you have a lot of just random stuff in your binder, take a look at what you have. I just kind of went through and I was just like, well, what if I just quick sell like a bunch of these cards that are in my binder? And again, I totally understand a lot of you are not going to have, like, you know, this many elites. These are all from just random get a gold packs that I've been opening up over the last couple weeks and things of that. But I'm just thinking, like, you know, look at all these cards I have. Boom, there's 130k worth of training right there. That's gonna buy me like 2 of those fantasy packs that I want already. So, you know, at the end of the day, if you're looking to sell the cards, you can do that, but you're gonna probably eat up a little, or you're gonna lose a little on tax. But you're gonna get that coin count, and then you can go buy the card that you want. But don't be afraid to go through your binder, see what it would cost to quick sell, you know, X number of cards, and if that equals the same amount as the pack cost, then just quick sell those cards in your binder, save yourself some time, and go open up that fantasy pack so you can get the card that you want. Again, just to really quickly recap, go get your cheapest training that you can find. I would be definitely shooting for 7.5k coins per training point and under, and then just go buy that fantasy pack, pick the card that you want. And also, don't sell your free card. If it's something you don't want, you don't need the coins immediately, hang on to it for a couple days. Also, might not be a bad idea to buy that fantasy pack and just hang on to it. Remember, if you buy the fantasy pack and just back out of it, you don't have to actually open it. It'll let you come back to it later. If these prices start to go back up and you're buying this fantasy pack now at these prices, you might be able to pick the card that becomes the most expensive in a couple days and then sell it, maybe make some coin that way as well. Hope this helped, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Popular Stranger, and I'm out. Peace.